And I saw a new day. I said, Lord, listen. I'm at the bottom of the flashing. Wrong with you. You got to be wrong, but the truth is incorporated in someone who comes in a particular manner that you need the other emotion. You better man to love. He's not going to be the way you want to be. We're different. We were created for a reason, the way we are and the way you are. And we have to understand that. So don't become judgmental toward that person. Because if you do, it'll be difficult for them to see or seek help for their mental health issues. Because you're judgmental. Then you have a social gender role can dictate. See, when a man expresses emotion, they're not real men. You heard that before? I'm not saying anything you hadn't. We can get it classified men, either alpha man, or he just a man, or he just a grown man, or overgrown boy. And you push him in that category because he don't show or express their emotions. I don't mean that. See, have a conversation with him. Find out how he feels. Because everybody don't breathe the same way. Everybody's not hurt the same way you are hurt. You got to. See, the stigma that we have in our community, in our family, can cause men to suppress their emotions. I hear too many times on our various relationship shows and content, well, we was not emotionally connected. But you're with him 5 years. When did you find out he was not emotionally connected with you? You didn't do it day one because if you had to find out, or within the first year, you would be still there. See, it's amazing how it's easy to throw things out there and don't understand the other gender. We got to have a conversation. We have to sit down as men and women and have a conversation without anyone shouting back and forth. And we can find out, do you really know what the man is made of and what he wants, what it takes, what he needs? Do you know that as a woman? He don't need anybody. He's going to sign language. So I take sign and I put it into an acronym. The S is shame. See, if you don't do it people way, you don't act the way they try to shame you. Insult. Then they're going to insult you about who you are and even your family. Then they're going to make you feel guilty. Well, you know, your mama black. Well, just because my mama black don't mean I can't have an opinion. That might be what in the narrative you want it to be. So we have to understand that the stigma in our community, in our family, can suppress a man's emotion. Because he's always seen as being manly and always seen as being strong. So you have this situation going on. We want to focus on men's mental health, but since those stigmas out there, we ignore it. Because many believe mental health stigmas comes in 3 forms. These are 3 forms you need to focus on: public, institutional, self or individual stigmas. The public can have a perception or narrative. An institution can have a narrative and perception. Self-perception, which is individually. These are stigmas that we have. See, each of these stigmas or these particular forms manifest in different ways. And we want to do a little bit more detail about the forms of mental health stigma. First, looking at public stigma. People discriminate against those suffering from mental health, a mental illness. Crazy. You had heard that. Well, tell me you hadn't heard that. See, if you're not acting as a norm, or acting the narrative set out for you by someone else, you must be something wrong with you. It can't be different. So your public stigma put where people discriminate against those suffering from mental health. It might come in the form of rejection and outcasting. Or it could involve shaming. Oh, that word, that S in sign language, shaming. Whether it's on social media or in casual conversation. Secondly, institutional stigma. It may be reflected in government and corporate policies that restrict people with mental health issues from succeeding, either intentionally or unintentionally. Stigma from institution may also unfairly villainize mental health, and it reduces funding for mental health, especially for treatment. Sometimes institutions will favor criminal and other punitive measures for people who just need support. I'm fine. Identified. Let's get after it. But let's not use that once you go out and do something that's heinous, as some people do. Not come and say, okay, it was a mental health problem, mental illness. You have a diagnosis. Or we ain't had time to go see. You should have. And I think that's what we have to make sure we do. And finally, self-stigma. See, this is the stuff that's in your head. Meaning you've been conditioned to think that you're less worthy and valuable if you have mental health issues or mental illness, like bipolar disorder, anxiety disorder, depression disorder. You are yourself wrongly believing it's a character flaw or a sign of your own shortcomings or devaluing yourself. That's what your self stigma is. I just mentioned the 3 stigmas to you, and it's truly where you need to understand. Seek the professional help. I'm always going to share with you that's the most important thing. Seek the right help, which is professional help, from someone who don't have a skin in the game. They're professional, they're an expert, and they can kind of help you move in the direction you need to move. Let's give a shout out to our next sponsor, which is L&T Stars Lawn Service, the Medicare expert of South Central Alabama. If you need your lawn manicured, check out the experts with L&T Starworth Lawn Service, LLC, owned and operated by Tony Starworth. Their slogan is the manicure expert in South Central Alabama. If you need to call, contact Tony. The number is 334-300-7401, or go to Facebook and type in Anthony Starworth. Check him out. Check out the lawn service. It's going to make you do what it do. It's Anthony Stallworth, L&T Stallworth Lawn Service, LLC. Anthony, member Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity Incorporated. Thank you for the support, my brother. He's the manicure expert of South Central Alabama. So you can give him a call. That's the number mentioned, 334-300-7401. That's L&T Stallworth Lawn Service, LLC. We want to look at why we need to talk about men's mental health. Why do we need to talk about men's mental health? What do you think? Why do you think it's important that we talk about men's mental health? Give a shout out to this Mobenzo 884 from the motherland. Thank you so much, my brother. Thank you so much. Join us. Mrs. Lucy joining the live stream. Thank you so much. Marita, thank you. Is joining us. Sonny Wing, thank you so much for joining. Authentically SH, thank you so much for joining us and taking time to be here. There are many others on the call and as you move forward. So the question is, why we need to talk about men's mental health? Why do we need to talk about it? This is WDSJ Radio, the number one internet station. I'm Dr. Elizabeth D. Smith. Really excited to come in before you because God has blessed us one more time on Marvelous Monday. We also enthused about our listeners and watchers. And it's now, after looking through the process, 2 additional countries, that's 56 countries on 6 continents of listeners and watchers. Thank you so much. And hopefully each and every one of y'all thinking about the question, why we need to talk about men's mental health. Why do we really need to talk about it? Is it important? Is it important that your father, your grandfather, your brother, your son, your grandson, your cousin, who's a male, is their mental health important? Or do you just want to see them work? Don't worry about that because you know what? That ain't important. It is important. And it's time for us to step out. I'm speaking as a man. It's important. When I saw I needed some help, I went to get help. And I have no problem telling people on this show, I'm not just sitting here just to sit here. I seek the help, get the help twice a month so I can be the best version of myself. I want to present the best version to you. And hopefully when I share with you, getting and going and get counseling twice a month, when I say I am the best version of myself, that would be remove the stigma that you may have so you can be the best version of yourself. I needed to talk about it. I need us to continue to talk about it because men's mental health matters. And that's the title of the show. And we need to focus on making sure our relatives that's males, that the issues be addressed, the challenges be addressed. And don't sit down and fault them and say, man, it's somewhere in your family. No, where it is in our community. Where it is in our institution. Where it is in self. And we need to be willing to talk about it so we can find out where we are. See, when we talk about it openly, which is mental health, it allows us to look at the silence. Because we are suffering from silence that isn't safe or a healthy option. So we need to continue to talk about it. Men have traditionally been less likely to seek mental health care due to the socialist expectation. But there's been a recent shift. There's been a shift in our cultural norm. I'm one of them. And it's a greater gender expression or generally breaking down barriers to say, I can say this in front of you because God is blessing me to be the best version of myself. So I said the stigma is slowly being moved out and awareness is being moved in. That's what we want to be able to understand. All the barriers have been breaking. They're breaking the barriers down. Men are seeking the help because if we don't talk about it, mental health and the struggle, this will destroy the importance of our families because we're going to lose those men in all forms to the world. And we have to talk about it. And don't be afraid of the fear of stigma, judgment, rejection, and ridicule. Those words are the words that are powerful because people are afraid that someone's going to judge them. Then they're going to feel rejected by family and friends. Then they have a tendency to be ridiculed. So this fear of stigma grows strong in our community. Ashley, thank you so much as a new follower. Thank you for joining us, Ashley. That's why we, as men who calmly avoid seeking help for mental health issues and challenges, often try to handle them on our own. Unfortunately, trying to handle it on our own can lead to severe consequences, including risky behavior, addiction, and suicide. We don't want to lose another one, another man, a male, because the stigma of society, the stigma of family, the ridicule, the rejection led to risky behavior, led to addiction, and led to suicide. I'm going to say this. Men deserve joy, peace, love, and happiness. Do you think your family members deserve that? Do you think your significant other deserve that? Do you think your spouse deserves that? If so, be there to support them. Encourage them. Bring chaos and drama in their life. Bring peace. If you're not coming peaceful, then don't come. We must do this in our community. We need to come in peace. Come with peace, show peace, be all about peace. Come with joy, be all about joy. Come with love and know what love is and what love does. And a subtitle of joy is happy. Men deserve happiness. Men deserve peace. They don't deserve this chaos. They don't deserve this drama. They don't need to come home after working hard and hearing all this drama, this chaos. And then you say, what's wrong? You're the problem. Accept that you are the problem and you can change that. You want to change him to be you. He's not you. There's enough on his shoulder. That's what the old saying, you lead with your shoulders, not your hips. So a man leading with his shoulder don't need the person that said they love them, want to bring peace, want to bring joy, want to bring happiness to them. Is the one who's piling on, who's judgmental, who's rejecting them, not expressing the things that we ask them to do, like love, peace, joy, and happiness. Make your choice. You got to make a choice. You can't continue doing this and then complaining there's no good news out there. can't tear them down and think that there are going to be some good ones left. Because you keep tearing them down, they're going to find the peace. They're going to find the joy. They're going to find the love, and it might not be with you. We need to make sure we talk about men's mental health matters. Let's give a shout out to our next sponsor. This is Mary Ruth's Restaurant in Georgiana, Alabama.
Come join me at Mary Ruth's Restaurant in Georgiana, Alabama. I'm excited to be there because it's the best Southern cooking in South Central Alabama, located at 261 State Highway 106 West, Georgiana, Alabama. Come and visit and talk to the corners. That is Marvin Smith and Katrina Roper Smith. You want to give them a call, you can at 334-549-0950. If you want to go to Facebook and check them out, you go to Marvin Smith and also Katrina Roper Smith. Oh, it's a ball going on down there at Mary Ruth Restaurant.
Mary Ruth's Restaurant located at 261 State Highway 106, Georgiana, Alabama. That's West 106 West, Georgiana, Alabama. The best Southern cooking in South Central Alabama. Give a shout out to Brother Marvin Lala Smith, member 580 Sigma Fraternity Incorporated, Zeta Phi Sigma chapter in Greenville, Alabama, and his wife, Sarah Katrina Roper Smith, a member of Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated. When you're traveling down to the beach, and I know some of them we still got people doing the spring break. You're traveling down to North Coast, and I said the North Beaches, because the South Beaches would be down in the Miami and the Fort Lauderdale area. But you're traveling to Fort Walton, Destin, check them out. Especially if you're coming from the Midwest, or coming from the Atlantic East, or whatever, you can come down 65 and travel, and you'll pass through the exits at Georgiana, Alabama. It takes about 10 minutes to go over to their restaurant and you get a good Southern cooked meal. Thank you so much, Brother Marvin, Sarah Katrina Roper, for supporting what we're doing here. As we move forward with our topic of men mental health matters, the question is, do people care about men's mental health? And I'm asking you that. Do you really care about it? Do you care about this topic? Is it important to you? Is it important to a family member? Is it important? If so, let's make sure we do everything to dispel the stigma in our communities. Let's do everything we can do to stop the judgmental, the rejection, and be encouraging and supporting our males to make sure their mental health is well. So you have to care. See, although mental health issues affects people of both genders, men's mental health is generally being receiving the less attention and the support. Now you need to support. You need to give the attention to the males in your family or the males in your life, because their mental health is being challenged. It's been on attack. See, the devil will attack the weakest thing of us. And if it's our mental health, he will attack and he will seek and he will destroy. And what you need to make sure, you have to stand in the gap with your male family members or your significant other. Stand there and let them know you cannot take this mind, because this mind is important, and for the sake of our family, we can continue to grow with a strong mind, with a mind that's not been attacked, with a mind who hasn't been attacked. You have to make your choice. We have to. The more attention that we give to this topic, the better we'll be. See, men's mental health is a significant issue, with as many as 70% of young men avoiding seeking mental health care due to the traditional masculinity norm. You ain't, and if you go get help, you weak. See, when you allow some things to control you, and also we say a traditional masculinity norms, also a modern talents of masculinity norm come into play. We have to understand when they are discouraged from showing vulnerability, men are twice as likely as women to have problems with substance abuse, alcohol, drugs. Also died by suicide at a 4 times the rate of women. That's why you need to not sit back on your hands and rock back on your thumb and do nothing. The men in your life got a challenge going on. They're not weak. They just need your support. They need your encouragement. They need your help. I'm challenging you to support your males, the males in your family, the males in your life. Yes, I'm putting an onus on you as a female to support the males in your family because they need the support. 4 times the rate of women's committing suicide. We don't want to lose another one, and I know you don't want to lose another family. But despite this, mental health campaigns and resources rarely target men, dying at a higher rate of suicide, but you have nothing to target the men. It's to me that tradition, you're thinking traditional when you're not pushing for it. Okay, let's live on that traditional thought process, but it's a modern day thought process too. It's time for us to put the greatest effort to raise awareness about mental health issues, just in general. There remains a persuasive stigma around mental health in men. The persuasive stigma. So that's the difference between the three we mentioned. You got some people just so persuasive about letting that stigma continue on. It's time to break it. Get our heads out of the sand. Don't sit on our hands, rock back on our thumb and do nothing. It's time for us to save the men in your family. Because if you save them, you continue with protection. You get rid of them, you don't have no protection. You have to keep that in mind. Thank you so much. We have several people sending up. I received them eyes. Let us know here there. Thank you so much for joining. As we get ready to close out, I want to give a shout out to our next sponsor, which is Magic Design and More.
If you're looking for some awesome design work, t-shirts, cups, whatever novelty items you want, contact Magic Design and More, where their slogan is, there's a touch of magic in everything we do. The owner and operator, Gina Thomas, and the number to contact Gina is 205-257-1584, or email her at Regina, Regina, Thomas, Thomas, 78 @gmail.com. Check her out, check the business out, and make it do what it do.
Magic Design and More, Regina Thomas. You can email her at Regina Thomas 78@gmail.com. She's up and running. She can accommodate you to providing you some things for family reunions, for graduation, family gatherings, holiday time, as well as novelty items, not just t-shirt, but novelty items you want to do. Check her out at reginathomas78@gmail.com. As we move forward to look at some strategies, because we have to have some strategies. We can't just be talking, we don't have any strategies to address the mental health awareness, which is, it does matter. We want to first focus on how we can improve men's mental health. And we start off by encouraging patients to be proactive, take care of both their physical and mental health, encouraging your family members to be proactive. If something ain't going right, you're overwhelmed, you need to encourage your family member to seek that act, seek some care, both physically and mentally. There's a stigma also about physical well-being. So men don't go to the doctor as much. But it's that old saying, if a man has a woman in his life or a young lady in a lady in his life, he's going to live at least 2 more years. Meaning that you need to make the commitment. We need to increase our 28% marriage rate among the African American or Black American culture. You have that woman in there telling you, you might feel like she's riding you pretty hard, but it's for both of you, whether it's physical or mental. Connecting patients with your men with resources like those provided by the National Institute of Mental Health, incorporating physical activities, which naturally help to improve recommended relaxation techniques, meditation. Some people talk about doing yoga, just talking about just sitting there meditating and just taking time, going to your closet, if you call it that, wherever you may be, sit down and meditate. That help relieves stress. Encouraging men to engage in hobbies and activities, fishing, running, whether it's with a bow or with a gun. Whatever the hobby, might be sports. Encourage them. And if you do this, it will really help them to look forward to doing these things during their free time. And the free time won't be just sitting there twiddling their thumbs and allowing the anxiety and the stress to take over. Always remember, as men move into middle age, it is not uncommon for them to become isolated and no longer engage with friends. Make sure the men schedule time for social engagement. Encourage their partners and loved ones. You got to encourage individuals. See, if you need a professional talk, well, you need to do a little bit more. Encourage their mates, partners, or loved ones to let them know it's okay if they take time for themselves. Let them find their own space. If they got a man cave, let them go to the man's cave. Let them go where they can have some fun and enjoy themselves. You don't have to always do it with you. You got time, people got time in the open day. They may just go to somewhere and just work out, just go and socialize. You don't have to always do it with you, but encourage them to go do it. Build social connection, whether it's through an organization, through church, through work. Engage in hobbies. Having hobbies you enjoy can also support mental well-being. Get regular exercise routines. nourish your body, and consider counseling. And furthermore, addressing men's mental health requires a holistic approach that consider the complex interplay of gender dynamics, social pressures, biological susceptibility. However, first you need to break down stigma. You, as a family member, have to help them to break down stigmas, promote help-seeking behaviors, provide tailored support service, and it's really, really essential. This step improves men's mental health outcome. The outcome for them to be stable, the outcome to be mature, and their mental health will be in a position so they can be in a good position in life. All of the well-beings must be in order. You must be mature, and you're looking for a healthy outcome. Support them, be there, because mental health matters. This is Awareness Moment. Thank you so much for your support. We'll give a shout out to our next sponsor, and I'm so excited with this team of individuals. They're also joining us in this support on Facebook, on Instagram. They always join us. So I want to make sure I play that advertisement as soon as I can flash back. I guess I kind of went past it. I'll come back to it. And it's exciting that we have those individuals supporting us. This is Elegant International Greek Apparel. Check them out.
All D9 organizations interested in designing and purchasing apparel, jewelry, and novelty items. Contact Lorenzo D. Smith, consultant agent for Elegant Greek Apparel, a licensed D9 Greek vendor, at 334-467-7261 or email the Smithway Enterprises at gmail.com.
We also want to give a shout out to, as you see behind me, is the Alabama State University College of Education inaugural Multicultural Symposium on April the 3rd, 2025. And you can see those speakers down there. I want to make sure I give a shout out to them. And actually, from the flyer, you can see those speakers. Let me see, can I give a shout out to each? I got to make it a little bit smaller so we can see the names on there. Oh, that's Dr. Is that Gloria Bate and Miss Robin McCray. Thank you so much. They're the speaker, the keynote speaker for that event. And you can go online, type in that multicultural symposium, and they have a link where you can purchase your tickets, and tickets are $30. And you can do it virtually or you can do it in person. And this lasts from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. That's on Thursday, Alabama State University in the College of Education. Congratulations. They're going to be in the Shields Auditorium. So check them out. And if you may even want to call over there, and I'll give you one particular person because they gave it to me. That's Mrs. Perla Griffin. Go to, just to the setup and act the operator, and I'll send you to her area, leave a voicemail and say you want to purchase a ticket, and you heard it on WBSW Radio, the #1 internet station. As we get ready to close out, I see that one of my devices already decided to go to sleep on me. I'm just kidding. It get to a point, the streaming in, and that's truly what it's all about. But we okay with it. We want to make sure we enjoy every moment of it. Again, I want to thank those people that's joining us on Super Live. It went out, now it's back on. So thank you so much. As you get ready to close out, I want to give a shout out to those brothers of Phi Beta Sigma fraternity. As I said from the start, they are co-partners with this, co-sponsors of this social action awareness project, and this is Men Mental Health Matters. So, brothers, thank you so much from Zeta Phi Sigma chapter of Greenville, Alabama. And I'm saying to them, we could not do what we need to do without you all. Thank you so much, as well as everybody who's watching and listening. Thank you so much for being a part of this. And hopefully something we shared today can be placed right in your spirit and you can get out. Again, the title, Men Mental Health Matters. And we share some things that you always have to keep in mind. Have support for your family members, because we all have men in our families that we want them to be healthy. We do not want the number that bothers me more than anything in the world. 4 times likely to commit suicide than women. Men are. So you want your family member to be all right, and you have to be there to be able to support what they're doing. But you have the ability to talk with them, not talk at them. And one of the hardest things we have, and I see more in our culture, that people wants to talk at you instead of talking to you. These are the brothers of Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity Incorporated. Jennifer, thank you so much for joining us. Is that Erika? Thank you so much. Ramirez, thank you so much. Naomi, thank you for joining us, for jumping in. We have several others. Ashton just jumped in. Thank you so much. It has been a blessing. So let's play this last advertisement, and we're going to close it out.
The brothers of Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity Incorporated, Zeta Phi Sigma chapter of Greenville, Alabama, the community city, excited to connect with you. You can check us out on Instagram. That's Z Squad Greenville 1981. Twitter, Zeta Phi Sigma _10, and email Zeta Phi Sigma Greenville @gmail.com. Their motto as a champion is they lead and never follow. The motto of the fraternity is culture for service and service for humanity. So check those brothers out, because they're all about making it do what they do.
Give a shout out to the brothers of Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity Incorporated. I want to thank you, brothers, for supporting Zeta Phi Sigma chapter of Greenville, Alabama. They are called the Z Squad of Greenville. 1981 is what they rolling with. So, brothers, keep doing what you're doing. Thank you for the support. I want each and every one of you all to have a blessed rest of the night. We have about a minute to go. We're going to get out of here. God has blessed us again to be here. And we're so thankful on Marvelous Monday. This is WBSW Radio, the #1 internet station. I'm Dr. Lorenzo D. Smith, and you've been checking us out on Level Up with Dr. Lowe, and we've been focusing on men, mental health matter. Hopefully there's a strategy, some things we share with you, you'll be able to use to help identify, help your family member, the males in your life, with this challenge that you don't think they have, they really have. So truly take care of yourself, and we'll see you on tomorrow. We're here at 6 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time, and that's a Dr. Lowe Show, the real relationship talk show. We want to close it out with this music right here. Boy, it's so good. We want to play it, and then we're going to be out of here. We're going to be out of here. Oh, this is it right here. We truly would have never made it without you.
I would have lost it all, but now I see how you were there for me, and I can say
We never would have made it without each and every one of you all. Thank you all for joining. I see several coming in. Want to be invited in as guests, but we're about to close out. Check us out tomorrow at 6 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time, 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time, the Dr. Lowe Show, the real relationship talk show with no filter. We'll see you then.